Hello, and welcome back to Aviary Attorney. We find ourselves in a very interesting trial in the catacombs beneath Notre Dame. The trial of our good friend Severin Cocorico, who is somewhere over there. Madame Beaumont, please explain the details of what happened. Very well. Last night, at the stroke of midnight, 2 gunshots were heard on the Rue des Marmousets. Piero alerted us, and we managed to arrive before the police did. On the scene, I saw the man known as the Croque Monsieur, a good friend of ours, lying in a pool of his own blood. Standing over the body, I saw the murderer, Severin Cocorico, still clutching his murder weapon.
Am I to understand you did not witness the crime firsthand, madam, that you only saw the aftermath?
Yes, but one of us did happen to see the incident itself.
Ma'am Beaumont, I found this here pigeon running round our tunnels.
Damn it. I was hoping he could actually bring help. That is inconvenient.
I'm no pigeon, monsieur. He's a spy in any case. What say I execute him right now? It's all right, he's with me.
With you?
He's my assistant. He carries my bags and stuff.
Falcon, I trust you do not have any other assistants lurking around the corner.
No, madam.
Then take your lackey out of my sight. Psst, Falcon!
What is it?
I saw someone lurking in the catacombs. I think he was watching us from the shadows.
Another rebel?
I don't know. But I got spooked when he saw me. He dropped this. Oh, it's not in my inventory yet.
What's this? A political pamphlet? Cult pamphlet and added to your evidence folder.
Okay, here we go. So this one's been signed, this one has not been signed. They're otherwise the same. Okay. Pamphlet found on the Cult of Reason, found by Sparrison in the catacombs. Alright.
Well, I best be getting back to patrols then.
Not so fast, Piero. You witnessed the crime firsthand, did you not?
I did, ma'am.
Then you can be our first witness. Go stand in the center.
Okie dokie. Do I need to say an oath or something?
That won't be necessary. We trust you. Just tell us what you saw last night, Piero.
Okie dokie. I saw it plain as day. The Croque Monsieur was minding his own business on the Rue des Marmousets, when all of a sudden this here brute of a rooster appears with his gun in hand. Bam! The rooster fired. The Croque slumped on the floor. Using the last of his strength, the Croque Monsieur drew his own gun. Bam! The Croque fired back.
So, to clarify, Cocorico shot first?
Yes, ma'am. No question there.
What happened next?
Well, I knew you guys, Fontaine, Remus, and you, ma'am, were only a stone's throw away at the cathedral, so I ran to get your help. We all arrived back on the scene maybe a minute after I had left it.
And there I saw the dead Croque Monsieur and the murderous Severin Cocorico with my own eyes. Thank you for your report, Piero.
Snuffin', ma'am.
You see, Falcon, Piero is not the sharpest knife in the kitchen.
True that.
But he is honest to a fault. I would trust his word with my own life.
I don't doubt a man's honesty, madam. Nonetheless, I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine? What does that mean? I don't claim to be an expert on the law. That was always my brother's role in the family. But I think cross-examination means Falcon would like to waste our time by asking pointless questions.
Actually, it means I would like to make sure that Piero's story holds up under scrutiny. Yes, I will be asking questions, but only questions that directly relate to the case at hand.
Clearly a pointless stalling tactic, madame. Shall I put an end to this trial? Dots. No, we will let the bird have his little cross-examination. But I'm warning you, Falcon, don't mess with me.
Don't mess with you!
If I get the slightest inkling that you're rambling to stall for time, I will end this trial on the spot. Do I make myself clear? Start questioning Cocorico's shoe size or the color of the Croque Monsieur's underwear, and I'll lose my patience.
Yeah, I get it.
Select a statement to question. I saw it as plain as day. Blah 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 blah. My name's on the Rue des Marmousets. That's where he was shot. Absolutely. And all of a sudden, his rooster appeared with a gun in hand. Bam! The rooster fired. Croque slumped on the floor, using the last of his strength to his own gun. Bam! So, as far as I can tell, Severin hasn't been shot. So my big question would be, Rue de Marmoset is fine. My big question would be plain as day, exactly what were the conditions when he saw it, because I'm pretty sure it was at midnight. And Croque-Monsieur drawing his own gun and firing is also suspect. But I think I'm going to go with the lighting conditions.
You claim you saw this incident as plain as day. Yup, plain as day. The crime occurred at night. But I would like to remind you that this crime occurred around midnight. In February, on an overcast, moonless night in an unlit alley. What's your point?
It would have been too dark to see.
It would have been dark. So dark you could not possibly have corrected and defined the people involved. Hey, I swear I saw what I saw.
Hold on, Falcon. You slipped up. You said the alley was unlit, but I distinctly recall there being lanterns over the Rue de Marmoset.
Oh, that's right, that's right. We live in La Ville Lumière. There's a gas lamp on every street. You're right, Madame Beaumont. Beaumont, yes. There are street lanterns over the Rue de Marmoset, but they wouldn't have been any good.
Because signed cult guide. Because money. Because face. Because I didn't even get enough evidence to get past the first step of the trial. Not enough to get even past the first bleeding step of the trial. Well, that is far from ideal. They wouldn't have been any good because I was on a secret mission.
Take a look at this.
You're saying this is how you know street lamps were broken? I don't quite follow.
Well, you see,
You picked the wrong piece of evidence, didn't you?
Yes, I messed up.
Madame Beaumont scowls. Are you trying to toy with me? I don't appreciate it. Explain yourself, Falcon. Why did you think the street lamps over the Rue de Marmoset were broken? Because Bible.
Take a look at this.
You're saying this is how you know street lamps were broken?
Well, you see, you picked the wrong piece of evidence. Yeah, I messed up.
Are you trying to toy with me? I don't appreciate it. Blah, 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 blah. I literally have nothing. I can only hope that the game realizes I failed. Because...
Take a look at this!
You're saying, yes, I messed up, blah, 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 blah. He's floundering, madam. Agreed, I've heard enough of these rambling theories. Falcon, your respect for your comrade is admirable, and you've displayed great vigilance by leaping headfirst into the lion's den. Quite literally the lion's den. But you have failed to convince me of this bird's innocence.
Madame Beaumont, I implore you!
Not another word. We humoured you, we set up a court and went through the motions of a trial, and now the rooster's guilt has been formally proven.
We have more evidence!
Enough! This trial is over. Syfro Cocorico, you've been formally tried by the people of the Second Republic.
Put the gun down! No, Cocorico!
We have found you guilty on account of conspiracy, and the murder of Croque-Monsieur, and the murder of my father, Jean Beaumont.
Madam, please!
Che, it's alright. I've made my peace.
This is far from alright.
Dying in the name of a new republic, at the hands of rebels. There are worse ways to go. It was good enough for the Robespierre. For Robespierre? I don't know who that is, right?
Severin!
No!
Dots!
Bloody Dotskov! Tend to the body, Piero.
Yes, ma'am. Do you plan to kill us too?
Why would I do that? You have done nothing wrong. I see no reason for you to be tried, let alone executed. Your mercy is admirable, madam, but I fear if we let these two go, they'll tell the police everything. It would compromise us.
Oh no, we promised to keep our beaks shut, right, Falcon?
Ah, but we cannot trust the word of potential traitors. Madam, for the good of France, we must execute the birds right now.
Some man of God you are.
I hate to admit it, but you have a point, Remus. This is an unpleasant situation. What to do?
Dodds!
Okay, I know. I'm gonna give you a choice. You have two options. The first is I shoot you right here and now. That's not something either of us particularly want, but if it must be done...
What's option number 2 then?
You join us. We need lawyers to help bring New Republic to fruition. Your skills would be very much appreciated.
Our skills?
Someone has to draft new laws, someone has to file the paperwork to secure the New Republic's internationally recognized legal status. Someone has to prosecute the officials who corrupted this country. Wouldn't that be a glorious job?
You mean prosecute the Prime Minister or the King?
We can discuss the specifics later. For now, I need to hear a decision. What will it be?
Franks.
Who's this? Young, trigger happy rebel, leader of the rebel. Leone? Oh dear. What would this Falcon do? No, Falcon's an upstanding gent. I already declared myself for the bourgeois.
I would rather join you. Would love to join you. The rebels and the Aviary Attorneys. What a team. Sparrison, this is serious. Let me talk. Now, I know what you're about to say, and it was stupid. I'm not going to let you throw away Buffalo so you can satisfy your stupid pride. I refuse to work with a monster who murdered Severin. You don't have to be happy with the task. Just play along.
Are you too done conferring? We can't draw this out any longer.
Fine, we'll work with you.
Good. Then a verbal contract has been made.
So, what happens now?
Pierre and Fontaine will lead you to La Canaille Joyeux. I'll finish up here and meet you in 2 hours. Needless to say, they'll be keeping close watch on you. Don't even think about running.
Of course.
And we're done here. Fontaine, lead the way.
Yes, madam. Come along, you two.
You can't seriously be trusting these filthy lawyers, madam. They're probably plotting revenge for their dead friend at this very moment. I do trust them. Throughout the trial, I got the impression that Falcon was trying to de-escalate the situation, avoid violence. Such a viewpoint is naive, but it was exactly what we need in this revolution.
But they will betray you.
If they're stupid enough to even raise one feather against me, they will regret it. Oh wow. So you can, like, keep going. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay. Well, let's keep going. You can come out now, brother.
How did it go?
Better than we ever hoped for. The rooster is dead, and Madame has tasted her first blood.
A miss. Completely worth getting shot for.
A meddlesome Falcon tried to disrupt the execution.
Falcon? Really? That tenuous wretch?
Don't worry. He floundered and bumbled around hopelessly.
It was a bullshit.
The madam thinks he's of some use, but really, he's as good as dead.
This is marvelous.
Every piece is falling into place. Our dream will be a reality in no time at all.
To reason, bro.
To reason. Act 4, C. Okay, so there's like a bunch of different ways Act 4 can go. That's cool. Dots.
Dots. Dots. Dots. I hope you don't harbor too much hate for the madam. I know the rooster was your friend, but the madam does what she does for the good of France. Dots. Dots. Boy, oh boy, that's awkward. It is a bit. Perhaps a round of drinks are in order. After all, this is a tavern.
What do you two say?
I'm not thirsty. No disrespect, Fontaine, but I'm not thirsty.
Me neither. I get it. You're both a little shaken by what you saw. Can we at least get you some wine? Just a small glass to calm the nerves.
Fine, whatever.
Very good. Pierrot, fetch our guest some drinks. It's your round.
My round? No way, it's your turn.
Turns don't matter. You still owe me for that omelette I generally paid for last Friday.
Yeah, well, you owe me for that coffee on Tuesday.
Okay, so that's 30 cents of coffee deduced by 60-cent omelette. plus the 25-cent peanuts you swapped from my pantry.
Hold up, I ain't so good at mental arithmetic.
Listen, Sparrowson, you need to go.
Go?
Yes, I'll create a distraction. You head straight for the back door. Is that such a good idea? If we both stick around, we'll both end up dead as soon as we rub the line. It's the wrong way. If we both run, these two will probably shoot us in the backs. So the way I see it, one of us running is the most viable option. Falcon, don't argue. Once you're out, find Voletti and tell him what you've seen.
Dots.
Okay. So, it's agreed. You get this round, and I'll owe you 2 cents.
Yep, and I'll hold you to them 2 cents. Be right back. Don't you two move or nothing.
He'll hold me for 2 cents? That Piero's such a miser. Anyway, I don't feel like sitting in silence. Let's talk to pass the time.
I have a gun question. Hunter, I have a gun question.
A gun question? Do go on.
Muskets or pistols? What's better, muskets or pistols?
What's better? Well, both weapons have advantages and disadvantages. It's not really a matter of one being better. As you can see, I prefer to use a musket. The longer barrel makes it more accurate, especially over longer distances. So for hunting, there's no argument. The musket is superior in every way. But for personal defense or close quarters combat, some would prefer the pistol for such a situation. You see, a smaller weapon offers a greater degree of maneuverability.
Alright, I brought drinks. One for me, one for you, and one for... Hey, where's the little one?
The little one? He's right. Oh, man, I lost him.
You lost him? How'd you lose him? I was gone for 2 minutes.
I think I dropped the ball on this one.
I'll say the madam's going to string us up for sure. Actually, we should make up a cover story. We can't let her find out about this.
You can't let me find out about what? Oh, they took away... Oh, let's stick on my francs. Incidentally, it also seems like that medical bill is not going to be an issue. You know, I could really use these guys' help. I think I'm going to need their backing, so I'm going to take the hit on this one.
I felt it wasn't right to keep Sparrowson here against his will, so I created a distraction to let him escape.
It's somewhat gutsy if you outright admit that. By rights, I should shoot you here and now.
Don't.
But I won't. I need a lawyer to bring our plans to fruition. That little bird was dispensable. You are not.
Madam, if Sparrowson runs to the police, then both this location and the Sleeping City are compromised.
Sleeping City? We should keep this meeting brief. Agreed. Falcon, let me quickly fill you in. As you probably know, we are planning to form a protest, an enormous protest, on the 14th of this month. We intend to draw a massive crowd to the Place de la Concorde, and then we shall march across Tuileries garden.
A march across Tuileries? You intend to storm the Louvre?
No, the Palais Royal. That's where the King and Prime Minister will be residing. I would like it to go peacefully, but...
Peaceful uprisings have a habit of turning violent, don't they?
Exactly, and we can't let the leaders of this country escape amidst the chaos. They must be tried for their crimes against the French people. On that note, I want you to lead the prosecution.
You want me to prosecute? The King of France?
The King and the Prime Minister, they're both responsible for the rampant inequality that plagues this country. On the day of the revolution, we will drag both these overpaid bourgeois onto the streets, and you shall prosecute them then and there.
I think I understand. Prosecuting the pair for crimes against humanity, I suppose. Could certainly be done. If I were to interview a lot of citizens, gather a lot of evidence, file some paperwork, I could probably prepare a case in about 2 months.
We don't have the luxury of time. Use your ingenuity on the day, just like you did in the catacombs.
I was not particularly ingenious there.
There is no alternative. The wheels of revolution are already turning, and the revolution will ignite in under a week. The question on my mind is, what do we do with you until then?
You can leave him with us, ma'am. We'll keep a good eye on him.
After seeing the atrocious job you two did guarding the little bird, I think not. I'll just have to guard you myself, Falcon. You shall spend this week at my side while I complete our preparations.
At your side, all day and night?
Absolutely. I'm not going to let you out of my sight for 1 minute.
That seems excessive. You can trust me, madam.
No, I can't. You've promised to help me, but I know that you don't actually believe in the cause of the Second Republic. If I give you one grain of freedom, you will undoubtedly free. This meeting is over. Come along, Falcon. A new day. Oh. Cutscene.
And then, while we're sitting in a tavern, Falcon gave me an opportunity to escape. He created a distraction and I sneaked away and went straight to the police. And you called the meeting and, well, here I am. So, yeah, that's the whole story.
I see. So Severin Cocorico died at the hands of the rebels.
That's right.
And Falcon revealed his true colours as a traitor.
A traitor? No, that's not right, Inspector. Falcon's not a rebel, he's just playing along so he can save his own life.
Don't be so naive, Falcon. Put the puzzle pieces together. Falcon willingly leapt into the lion's den for the specific purpose of siding with the rebels. He let you escape because he could see that you weren't truly sympathetic to the rebel cause.
That doesn't make sense at all. Falcon's never showed a rebellious streak.
Tell me, Falcon, what do you know of Falcon's past?
Not a lot, he's a private person.
Has he ever told you what he did during the July Revolution? Before he changed his name?
No, he hasn't told me anything, really.
Falcon, let me tell you about the man they call the Viridian Killer.
Is Falcon the Viridian Killer? I doubt that very much. Especially since if he was, then wouldn't he be all up in my grill? Like all the time? Let's go to the hall. I suspect it doesn't really matter.
The hall, huh? Let me guess. You have weapon supply somewhere around here. Or maybe this is where you plan on meeting an informant, a government defector? It's as good a meeting spot as any.
Actually, I'm here for groceries. There's no need for that look. You think just because I'm a gun-toting rebel I don't need to buy food?
Madame Beaumont!
Well, if it isn't Sultan and little Gambad, you're growing big every time I see you.
Ma'am, you have to hear this. Something big went down here yesterday. A policeman, a nasty, ugly policeman.
Let me guess. He was bullying people and revealing his secrets and the whereabouts of the revolutionaries.
Well, that's how it started, ma'am. Same old bullying tactics. He was pushing around this old beggar rat who hangs around the market sometimes. But then when the rat wasn't speaking up, the policeman drew his gun and shot him.
The policeman shot the beggar just like that?
Yup. But then the coward cop went and ran before he could turn on him.
I find this difficult to believe. A policeman wouldn't openly shoot a beggar without just cause.
Open your eyes, Falcon. This is the regime us Parisians live under. We are ignored by the government, oppressed by the police, and hanged by the courts. Why do you think I'm fighting so hard to make a change? You can't put up with this sort of bullying.
No, this can't be right. Something has been missing from Sultan's story. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions, madam?
Sure, ask away.
Make it quick, Falcon.
Yeah, what did the policeman look like?
Oh, I didn't get a good look, but
he was tall and ugly and mean looking and he had one eye.
One eye?
Yep, he had one of them pirate patches, he did.
There's no way.
Ring any bells, Falcon?
I know a man who fits the description, but simply couldn't be him. He's a bitter individual, but he's morally righteous. I can't imagine him shooting an innocent person so recklessly.
Don't let your bias towards the justice system affect your judgment, Falcon. If you think you know who did this, then please, name and shame him.
I think I should bite my tongue until I'm a little more certain.
Do you want to know anything else, monsieur?
Who was the rat?
Just who was this beggar rat?
I don't really know him well, monsieur. None of us did. He was kind of a loner who hanged around asking for scraps of food and cents. I didn't even know his name.
That's so sad. Did he have no family? No means of support?
Falcon, do you have any idea how many beggars there are on the streets of Paris? How many people go hungry? How many people are forced to turn to crime?
I'm well aware, madam. I'm asking you these questions to see if there was perhaps some reason why that particular rat was killed. But no, it appears this was just the loss of one unnamed beggar rat among many. It's tragic.
That it is, monsieur. Is there any other way that I can help?
Do nobody investigate?
If a policeman did shoot an innocent person, then there would surely be an investigation.
Ha! Your naivety knows no bounds, Falcon. You think the police care if one of their own is out of control? Actually, there was one bloke asking around, but I don't think he was a policeman.
Oh, go on, madam.
Well, he was this charming fox.
Renard!
A friend of yours, Falcon.
Something like that. We should probably pay him a visit to see what he's up to.
I should probably pay him a visit a long time ago. Then my case with Cocorico wouldn't have gone so awfully. Pay him a visit? I suppose we can settle aside a little time. Do you want something else?
But that's all, madam. Thanks for all your help.
No problem. Anything to help Ma'am Beaumont? We'll try to get to the bottom of this, Sultan. Just make sure to stay safe when the revolution starts. Stay inside. Keep Gambad safe. Of course, ma'am. You stay safe yourself. Stay safe yourself. You hear?
Alrighty then. I still don't want to drag Renard into this. Still don't want to do it. But I have a feeling we're going to have to. Tuileries Garden. Was the description there a nice place to have a picnic, look at the garden, and plan a violent uprising? Because that was an awesome description. Let me think. So it takes 10 minutes to walk from the Place de la Concorde to this very spot. And then the Palais Royal lies 5 minutes north of here. But the crowd will be fairly large and slow. It may take twice, maybe 3 times as long to make the move. Having a logistics problem, madam.
Perhaps. The plan is to walk the crowd from here through Tuileries to the Palais Royal. But if we take too long to pass through Tuileries, the police will trap us in. We could be flanked and slaughtered.
That is quite an issue.
Running with a mob won't work. Meeting at the palace might work if we just all manifest there. I think the mob will be too big to be able to go around, so maybe just meet at the palace.
Why don't you just get the protesters to meet at the Palais Royal itself?
Because the Place de la Concorde is an ideal meeting location. It's enormous and easy to get to.
I see. But even if you got, say, half the protesters to meet at the Palais Royal, you could cut down on travelling time.
I get it. A smaller crowd would be easier to direct across the garden. I'll pass the idea along to Piero and see what he has to say. He's the one in charge of leading the crowds, after all.
That bird-brain Barrett would probably just shoot the idea down, right?
Probably, but I'd appreciate your input. I don't know if you genuinely want to help or if you're just telling me what I want to hear out of fear, but thank you, Falcon.
It's no problem, madam. For the Second Republic, right?
Right, for the Second Republic. Jeez. Rapidly running out of time. Palais Royal. The Palais Royal. Just look at that disgusting den of fat-cat bourgeois and hypocritical politicians. The king is probably in there as we speak. Probably sitting in his high chair, stuffing his bloated face with cake and wine while he boasts about being the perfect citizen king.
Did you come here just to moan about the king?
No, I've come to assess the potential battleground. On the day of the rebellion, I might order Piero to set up a barricade over there. What do you think?
There? Right outside the Palace Royal?
Of course, it's a perfect place for a defensive garrison. We can gather furniture from nearby buildings, build a wall, and position rifles to fend off the police. When the time is right, it will serve as an ideal location to launch our assault on Phallus.
So you weren't just throwing empty words in the tavern. You actually do intend to You actually do intend on dragging the king out of the palace through violence.
Of course, he will never abdicate of his own volition.
Wow.
It's not as if I want to see bloodshed, Falcon. It's necessary. It's inevitable. I mean, we have to be realistic. There's no way to bring change to a country without using violence, is there?
I think there are ways. People look back on violent moments of history, the executions, the wars, the bloody revolutions. But who's to say that a country could not be overturned just through the chance of the people?
A pacifist revolution? Interesting. I would love for such a thing to be possible. But she shot Cocorico, so now she's evil. Maybe it would be better to avoid building the barricades, at least until it's clear that violence is inevitable.
That's good. That's a good compromise, madam.
Alright, so we have to go see Renard. That's not the fox I remember. Alright, I guess he was in disguise before.
Visitors, Monsieur Vulp! Visitors!
Really, Falcon, what do you hope to accomplish in a sleazy back alley establishment? Oh, sleazy! Ugh, that was terrible. Antonio. Sleazy! Madam, my back alley office is perhaps a little cluttered and eclectic, but I resent the accusations of sleaze.
Maybe I should do the introductions. Monsieur Vulp, this is Madame Beaumont, a friend of mine. Madam, this is...
Renard Vulp, private investigator at your service. It is a pleasure to meet you, madam. How stoic. I am sure you have pressing questions to ask, Falcon, but before we get started, there is something I must tell you. Monsieur Sparson dropped by earlier. He informed me of your situation.
Sparson? Is he alright?
Oh, yes. He's now working with Inspector Valerti, attempting to unravel the rebel plot. Just as I thought, it appears that your lackey has solidified his position as a traitor to the Second Republic, Falcon. Perhaps, perhaps not. Sparson does not strike me as the person who sides with any ideology. But, you know, he asked me a most peculiar question. Would you like to know what it was?
Of course!
Such information is quite valuable. It would cost, say, 30 francs? Oh, jeez. Well, I got no use for francs.
Yeah, I know how this works. Here's your money, monsieur.
Very good. So, on to the question. Sparson asked if you were the Verdun killer. This is somewhere between Spanish and French right now. I gotta nail it down. The one responsible for the random bombings during the July Revolution. 18 years ago.
Why on earth would he ask that?
Perhaps the inspector had been telling him stories.
So what did you tell him?
The truth, of course. That is, I have no idea who the Verdun killer is, but that I knew it couldn't possibly be Falcon.
Oh? And how do you know that I'm not the Verdun killer?
Falcon, please. You're a semi-drunk, bumbling oaf, not a ruthless killer. Anyway, I've started my own investigation into the Verdun killer. It's fascinating stuff. Apparently he was seen in multiple places at once, which leads some to believe that he was actually more than one person. And you know why they call him, or should I say, them, the Veridian killer?
Veridian is a greenish color, isn't it? No, I haven't a clue. Crimson Killer would have been a much cooler name.
It appears that no one knows the origins of the name, which leads me to suspect that he, or indeed they, chose their own name. This is all fascinating, truly fascinating, but perhaps we can return the conversation to why we're here?
Of course. Monsieur Vulp, we heard you were investigating the murder at Le Hall.
I was. The victim was a friend of Mousie's.
More of an acquaintance, really.
Well, we want to know if you managed to uncover anything. Did you find any leads, any juicy clues?
Not as such. It's quite a peculiar case. Did you hear that the murderer wore an eye patch?
I did.
You know what that implies, don't you, Falcon? You know of only one police officer, or indeed one person, who wears an eye patch.
Yes, Baron Rogiel.
Where are you, bub?
The inspector! But that can't be right. You wouldn't describe him as a murderous man, would you, Monsieur Vulp?
Murderous? I do not know. He's certainly passionate about finding the Veridian killer. Who's to say that he would not kill in the pursuit of his arch-enemy?
Dots!
Falcon, I want to solve this mystery as much as you do, but time is pressing and we have other matters to attend to. We must take our leave.
Understood. Until next time, Monsieur Vulp.
Goodbye and good luck, Mr. Falcon. It was a pleasure meeting you, madame.
Ah, Monsieur Vulp. That lioness looked pretty angry. Is this revolution really going to end up in blood, Monsieur Vulp? Just like in 1830?
Dots, Mousy, dots. La Révolution. Oh dear. It's about to get real. This is it, Falcon. This is the day we make our stand. Everything is coming together. As we speak, Fontaine is gathering the protesters at the Place de la Concorde. Pierrot is making... Oi! You said you wouldn't do that. Making preparations to build an armed barricade near the Palais Royal. Just as a precaution, you understand. The only question that remains is, are you ready?
I think we'll be ready next episode.